Palestinian militant group Hamas has said that it is ready to discuss new proposals for a ceasefire in Gaza and the release of hostages and Palestinian prisoners. Well, senior Hamas official Sami Abu Zuri said the group has accepted a request from mediators to explore new proposals and is open to discuss any deal or ideas that could lead to a permanent ceasefire, as well as the withdrawal of the occupation from the entire territory and lift the blockade.
The movement's delegation confirmed that the movement is open to any agreement or ideas that end the suffering of our people in Gaza and stop the ceasefire once and for all, and lead to the occupation's withdrawal from the entire Gaza Strip, lifting the siege, providing relief and shelter support to our people, rebuilding and reaching a serious deal for the prisoners.
The decision comes after Gaza's Civil Defense Agency said an Israeli airstrike on a residential block in northern Gaza's Beit Leah killed nearly 100 people on Tuesday. At least 20 children were among the dead. Video footage showed several bodies wrapped in blankets on the ground outside a bombed four-story building. More bodies and survivors were being retrieved from under the wreckage. The United States called the Israeli strike on northern Gaza building horrifying. State Department spokesman Matthew Miller said Washington has asked Israel for answers as it is deeply concerned by the loss of civilian life in this incident.
This was a horrifying incident with a horrifying result. I can't speak to the total death toll, but there are reports of 24 children killed in this incident. No doubt a number of them are children who have been fleeing the effects of this war for more than a year now. We have reached out to the government of Israel to ask what happened here. We don't yet know the underlying circumstances. We have not gotten a full explanation from them about what happened. But you step back and look at where we are in this campaign.
The State Department also said that it is deeply troubled after Israel's parliament passed 2 laws to prevent the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, from being able to continue its work. In United Nations, the United States slammed Israel for not doing enough to help Palestinians in Gaza. U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Linda Thomas-Greenfield said Israel's words must be matched by action on the ground.
At the same time, the United States has made clear to Prime Minister Netanyahu that 1 year into this conflict, Israel must address the catastrophic humanitarian crisis in Gaza, that the United States rejects any Israeli efforts to starve Palestinians in Jabalia or anywhere else, and that Israel's words must be matched by action on the ground.
The envoy also reiterated the U.S. threat to withhold arms from Israel and warned Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that there is no alternative to a UN aid agency. The Knesset has voted to outlaw in Gaza. She said Netanyahu must address the catastrophic humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Meanwhile, the IDF announced that 4 Israeli soldiers were killed and an officer was seriously injured during fighting in the northern Gaza Strip on Tuesday. The Israeli Defense Forces said they all served with the elite multi-domain unit, also called Ghost Unit. They were killed in fighting in the Jabalia area, which has been the focus of the recent IDF offensive in northern Gaza.